Attention passionate Philadelphia, EAGLES. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Philadelphia Eagles' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Philadelphia Eagles fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS and Philadelphia, EAGLES. Let's get to the news now, folks. If you've been paying close attention to the NFL landscape, especially to what's happening around the NFC East, you've probably already caught wind of some exciting moves from the Philadelphia Eagles. But today, we're going to dive deep into a blockbuster trade that could redefine the Eagles' future and shake up the entire division. Yes, I'm talking about the Eagles acquiring none other than Travon Walker, the former #1 overall pick from the Jacksonville Jaguars. That's right, the Eagles are making bold, strategic moves this offseason, and bringing in a player like Walker is evidence of how serious they are about contending not just for a playoff spot, but for a Super Bowl in 2025 and beyond. Let's start by setting the scene. The Eagles finished their 2024 campaign with an impressive 14-3 record, earning them the #2 seed in the NFC playoffs. They finished the regular season on a high note, with an outstanding offense averaging over 27 points per game and a defense that was stingy, allowing less than 18 points per game. That's a balanced, high-powered team that's built to compete at the highest level. But if there's one thing we know about the NFL, it's that the offseason is all about upgrading, adjusting, and sometimes making bold moves to stay ahead of the competition. And that's exactly what the Eagles are doing now. Their front office, led by the shrewd general manager Howie Roseman, has long been recognized as one of the most strategic dealmakers in the league. Roseman has a knack for finding undervalued talent, flipping veterans for draft capital, and building a roster that combines youth and experience. Over recent seasons, the Eagles have shown a clear philosophy: stay flexible financially, remain competitive, and always be looking for ways to upgrade the roster. This offseason, that philosophy has translated into aggressive moves, including the trade for Travon Walker, a player who, despite some mixed college numbers at Georgia, showed flashes of elite athleticism and potential that just can't be ignored. Now, you might be asking, why Travis Walker? What makes him such a valuable addition? Well, let's go into some background about him. He was the first overall pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, selected by the Jacksonville Jaguars. Despite a somewhat modest college production, just 9.5 sacks at Georgia, Walker's pre-draft workout impressed everyone. His 4.51 second 40-yard dash at 272 pounds. That's blazing fast, especially for a player his size. It's that rare combination of athleticism and size that made him a top prospect. I mean, think about it. A player with his raw tools, still very young with 2 seasons of double-digit sacks under his belt, who's only going to get better with coaching and experience. In 2024, Walker posted some solid stats: 61 tackles, 15 quarterback hits, 13 tackles for loss over 17 games. Not bad at all for a guy still developing. And while he's not yet the elite pass rusher that some top-tier players are, he's shown clear progress. His advanced metrics: 29 pressures across 911 snaps, a 14% missed tackle rate, indicate that he's contributing consistently on the edge. But let's be honest, what really excites the Eagles about Walker isn't just his stats, but his potential to develop into a game-changing force. So, why would the Eagles go after Walker? Well, for starters, the Jaguars are in a bit of a tricky situation with him. They invested big money in players like Josh Allen, and with Walker's rookie contract not yet sky-high, it makes sense for Jacksonville to consider trading him for a good return. Contract-wise, Walker is owed about $11.9 million in 2024, with a potential bump to $14.75 million in 2025 if they pick up his 5th-year option. That's a reasonable price for a player with his upside, especially given the Jaguars' current salary cap situation and their need to build around their existing star players. Now, here's where the Eagles come in. Imagine Walker reuniting with some familiar faces, especially considering he played at Georgia alongside Jalen Carter, another key piece of the Eagles' defense. Philadelphia's defensive scheme is perfect for a player like Walker. With interior disruptors like Carter drawing a lot of attention, edge rushers such as Josh Sweat and Nolan Smith could thrive, getting more one-on-one opportunities. Plus, the Eagles have always valued versatility in their pass rushers. Walker's ability to line up on the inside during passing downs, much like veteran Brandon Graham, adds a new dimension to their already formidable front. What's even more exciting is the potential for Walker to grow into a high-impact player. If he develops as projected, reaching a value of around $30 million per year, the Eagles might consider a contract extension. But if he falls short, they're still in a good position to let him hit free agency and perhaps earn a compensatory pick. A smart, long-term approach that fits Roseman's philosophy of building a sustainable, competitive roster. Now, let's talk about the bigger picture. This move isn't just about adding another player, it's about strategic positioning. The Eagles have been methodical in their offseason planning, shedding some veterans, signing promising young players, and now making a bold trade to shore up their pass rush. This is a team that's not content with just maintaining its status. No, they want to elevate. And adding a talented, raw but promising edge rusher like Walker certainly signals their intent. But it's not just about Walker. The Eagles are also looking at the overall landscape of the NFL. They're eyeing the draft, free agency, and other trades, all with the goal of creating a roster that's flexible, deep, and ready to take on anyone. They're setting themselves up for a serious run in 2025, and this move could be a game changer. Imagine a defense with Walker rushing the passer, alongside the likes of Sweat, Carter, and Smith, able to rotate and keep fresh pass rushers on the field, applying relentless pressure on opposing quarterbacks. That's the recipe for a championship-caliber defense, and it's exactly what the Eagles are aiming for. Of course, this isn't just about the present. The Eagles have built a team that's young, fast, and hungry. Jalen Hurts continues to develop into one of the league's top quarterbacks, and with his leadership and dual-threat ability, the sky's the limit. The offensive line is solid, the skill position players are dynamic, and the coaching staff, led by Nick Sirianni, is one of the league's best at maximizing talent and creating game plans that keep opponents guessing. All of these factors make the Eagles a formidable contender, and with the addition of Walker, they're adding even more firepower to an already explosive team. Now, let's speculate a little about what the future might hold. If Walker continues to develop, this could be the beginning of a long-term partnership. The Eagles have shown that they're willing to pay top dollar for players who fit their system and culture. If he reaches his ceiling, Walker could become a cornerstone of their defense for years to come. On the other hand, if he doesn't quite live up to the hype, the Eagles still gain a valuable asset, either as a trade piece or a rotational player who can provide pressure and disrupt passing games. That's the beauty of this approach: flexibility and smart decision-making. And speaking of decision-making, it's worth highlighting how Roseman and the Eagles front office have managed to keep their roster competitive while staying under the salary cap. They've mastered the art of balancing veteran leadership with youthful talent, and this trade for Walker fits perfectly into that mold. It's about building a sustainable winning culture, one that can contend year after year. The NFC East is no longer just a two-team race. The Eagles are positioning themselves as the team to beat, especially with moves like these. Now, let's turn our attention to the division rivals for a moment. The Dallas Cowboys, New York Giants, and Washington Commanders are all making their own moves, but the Eagles are setting themselves apart with this aggressive approach. The NFC East has always been known for its fierce competition and unpredictability, but with the Eagles upping their game, it's safe to say that this upcoming season will be one of the most exciting in recent memory. Every game, every matchup, now takes on a new significance when you see a team making bold moves to improve their roster. And of course, we can't forget the fans. Philadelphia is a city that lives and breathes football, and the excitement around this trade is palpable. Fans are already imagining the impact Walker could have on the field, envisioning him alongside their other defensive stars, creating chaos for opposing quarterbacks. The energy in Lincoln Financial Field next season is going to be electric, especially if Walker starts making plays early on. It's that kind of energy, that passion, that makes being an Eagles fan so special. In the end, what we're witnessing is the evolution of a franchise that refuses to stand still. The Eagles are constantly striving to improve, to adapt, and to stay ahead of the curve. This trade signifies their commitment to winning now and building for the future. It's about smart, strategic moves that maximize talent, cap space, and draft picks, all in pursuit of the ultimate goal, another Super Bowl championship. And if you ask me, with the addition of Travon Walker, they've taken a big step toward that dream. So, Eagles fans, buckle up. The 2025 season is shaping up to be one of the most thrilling yet, and this move might just be the catalyst that propels the team to new heights. The NFC East better watch out because the Eagles are not just playing for this year, they're setting up a dynasty. Keep your eyes on Walker, on the draft, on free agency, because this offseason is going to be one for the history books. And I'll be right here, breaking down every move, every game, and every highlight to keep you informed and fired up. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUB algorithm to keep recommending the latest Philadelphia Eagles news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Philadelphia Eagles fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this move? Do you think Travon Walker is the game changer the Eagles need to finally get over the hump? Or do you feel they should have gone in a different direction? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Philadelphia Eagles. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Philadelphia Eagles news. The offseason is just heating up, and the best is yet to come. Thanks for riding along with me today, and as always, go Birds.